BHVR scammed me out of 2,500 Oryx cells. This is the #1 post that's been circulating on Reddit today, and it's actually insane the more you look into it. So of course, like always, I did my own research on the topic, and sure enough, this user on Reddit is 100% correct. They were actually scammed out of their Oryx cells, which is super duper disappointing, and this is kind of wild, especially coming from DBD. Honestly, it's just something that shouldn't have happened in the first place, and I'm going to break everything down for you guys and show a lot of the major problems with this and a lot of the major flaws and potential solutions for everything. So to give you guys context about everything that's going on, the TLDR of this Reddit post is that this person, this user, on release day, they ended up going over to buy the Junji Ito collection. They simply saw the collection in the store on DBD. They were super hyped up on getting it. They bought some Oryx cells, and then they went to buy the skin for the artist and Kate Denson, and immediately they got a purchasing error after the Kate Denson one. Now, told them to contact support and that their Oryx cells were indeed gone, so they did just that. So the funny thing is, their Oryx cells were taken from them, and they didn't receive any of the skins. Now, we'll get into the reason why they didn't actually get their skins in a second, but they essentially went and did exactly what it told them to do: contact support. After a long back and forth with a couple of different representatives, they basically told him they're sorry for the inconvenience, but there's nothing that they can do and they can't process their refund now. So essentially, this user went ahead, spent their money, bought Oryx cells, bought a skin, received an error saying that they couldn't get their skin, contact support, and support was like, hey, we see that you purchased your skin and you didn't actually get it, but we can't do anything. So that is absolutely ridiculous to happen. So why exactly did this happen? Why didn't the person get their skins? Well, it's because this collaboration specifically was not allowed in certain regions. I'm not exactly sure what all of the regions are because this hasn't been publicly confirmed or even acknowledged by DBD themselves or BHVR, so we don't really know. But from what people are saying, countries like Ukraine, places in the Siberia region, China, Russia, they aren't allowed to actually purchase these skins. Now, this isn't just a DBD thing, so it's not like all their fault. Sometimes specific creators and collaborators, they don't want to sell their product to certain areas for one reason or the other. Other times, there's just other countries that have specific legal troubles and different laws or regulatory requirements that may restrict certain titles or content. So yeah, there's just a lot of different global regulations. I think that's why originally the Demogorgon, there was a rumor floating around why he didn't actually rip out your entire head. It was to pass the regulations, and this includes many countries: Argentina, Brazil, China, India, Malaysia, New Zealand, etc., that have some of these strict conditions that you need to adhere to, and sometimes you just aren't able to adhere to them, or the collaborator doesn't want to work with them, so it's not available. Now, obviously, this really sucks, but when something like this happens, you kind of let the people know that, hey, this isn't actually available in the region that you're trying to purchase it from. You don't necessarily have to put out a huge announcement to let people know, but something as simple as, hey, you're trying to buy the skin right now, error, you can't buy the skin because it's not available in your region. Obviously very disappointing, but not much that anybody really can do. But DBD did not have that. They didn't have it whatsoever. In fact, multiple users have reported that these skins are available in regions where it shouldn't be available whatsoever, and you're able to purchase them. So if you do go and purchase them, you won't get your skin, your Oryx cells will be taken from you, and obviously if you contact support like this user on Reddit did, you're not getting your Oryx cells back either. It is literally a scam. And the fact that someone from the support has actually looked into this and said, yeah, nothing we can do, is beyond me. It's ridiculous. And in my head, the only kind of reasons that I kind of together why they aren't able to do this is maybe because, and I've heard outside sources kind of say this, certain people on the support team aren't actually able to give you your Oryx cells back. Now, if this is the case, and just the entry-level support team aren't able to give you Oryx cells back for maybe fraud prevention, etc., when there's a situation like this, especially when the person has proof of their purchase, you need to elevate that and make sure that the person is sorted out. You can't just leave them in limbo with no skin and take their Oryx cells. You're literally taking their money and not giving them the product. It's crazy, when in the first place, you shouldn't be selling the product to them. It's an error on their part. Now, originally, I thought maybe they just don't know and have enough proof that this person didn't actually buy the skin, and maybe they're trying to scam them and it's the other way around. Look, I like to put my feet in other people's shoes just to kind of why they might have that outtake or that viewpoint. But the person literally has the banner and badges that come with purchasing this skin specifically. So they have the proof that they purchased it, even if there was no transaction history whatsoever. They have it. They can easily probably show a video saying, look, I got the banner, I got the profile picture, I don't have the skin, it's not here, can I have my money back? And you're still not able to give them their auric cells back? What's crazy about it too, it's not like they haven't taken their money already. You can literally just refund them the currency because they can't use the skin, and the ban isn't gonna go away. Like, country is not just gonna be like, all right, we're gonna allow that skin now. It's literally just a virtual number that they can give and just be like, all right, boom. The same way how fog whisperers like myself receive auric cells. We get auric cells monthly all the time. So TLDR, again, as I said, the person, they were able to buy content that's not available in their region. They then got their money taken from them. DBD didn't give them the skins because it wasn't available in their region. Because the content is blocked, DBD was like, well, we can't do anything, which is actually really fucked up. It's really shocking, and there definitely was so many solutions to a problem like this. Number one, just letting the person know that, hey, you can't actually purchase this because you're in that region. Number two, just announcing when the collection comes out, it's not available in this region, and let them know why. Number three, even if all of that fail, just give the person their auric cells back. It's not that difficult. I'm going to go on a little bit of a tangent here and talk about a few other things just about Dead by Daylight support and why stuff like this needs to stop. First of all, this is a terrible look for the company. Terrible PR all around. It's a nightmare. And again, there's so many easy ways that they can informatively have solutions. So like I said, originally I thought maybe they just didn't have the transaction ID or proof that the person purchased this cosmetic. And if that truly is the case and they don't know that this person purchased this cosmetic, that's a huge issue that they need to fix ASAP. If issues like this happen, or if there's any bugs where someone actually buys a cosmetic and they don't know and they can't verify because auric cells don't actually have a code or something like that to tell you that that's the case, they need to fix that immediately. However, I did some more research, and thanks to a user named Dark Magician Girl, who's one of our #1 supporters, by the way, they actually showed me another Reddit post where there was a whole complete separate issue, but the person didn't receive their cosmetics, and they were able to actually confirm that they purchased the cosmetic and it was an error. So it seems that there is some sort of system in place that allows them to see the purchases being made. And not to mention, we have a complete new messaging system, a new inbox system. Every time someone purchases something, just give them a transaction ID and shoot it in their inbox so everyone has their own individual thing. So in situations like this, if there ever is an error, they can easily just find a case, pinpoint, and be like, all right, let's sort that out. And even if staff at the entry level aren't able to do anything, but they know that this is incorrect, just pass it on to the person that can fix it. And again, let's say those transaction IDs didn't exist in the first place. Like I said, this person still received the banners. They have proof that they purchased this. And that's another thing. This one's going to go a little bit off course. Why doesn't Dead by Daylight actually show if you're buying specific skins that actually come with banners or profile pictures? Why don't they let you know that? I mean, make or break a decision for somebody for buying the skin. If you're like on the fence about it and you're like, oh, I get a banner and a profile picture, why not just let the people know in the store that, hey, you also get this and this, instead of having people guessing that you're going to be getting it? I mean, easily put it literally anywhere and people will be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and buy it. I got the skins and I didn't even notice until the end that I actually got the banners because it started popping up and I was like, what? I didn't even know banners were included with this. Anyways, that's a whole separate point. Currently, Dead by Daylight, honestly deserved, is getting review bombed because of this exact situation. People are upset that it is not available in their region, and once again, this could have been easily solved if they just came out the gate and they said that. Obviously, there's not too much that they can do about that, but other people are also upset that people are literally getting scammed. I wouldn't be shocked if more and more reports came in. As I said, there is a way for them to verify who actually bought these skins, and all you need to do is to give them a currency that doesn't actually exist. They're not actually losing any money out of it. They already took your money. Just give the person their auric cells back. And these kind of things just can't happen, but unfortunately, it has happened so much. There's so many instances and nightmare stories with support on behavior just being horrid. In fact, one of my mods named Avaldi has had some horrible stories with them. I'm going to quickly brush through what happened to them. Essentially, they got banned for using a third-party software. Their entire account just banned, gone. Then they created a ticket. They said, hey, I was banned. What's going on? I didn't do anything. Behavior was like, yeah, we looked in and we actually, in their words, The ban on your account was confirmed to be accurately placed by multiple members of our team after a thorough review of all evidence. Therefore, it will not be lifted. This means your appeal is denied and your ban on your account will remain in place. Now, I was actually in conversation with Evaldi when he told me this, and I was like, that's BS because you don't use anything. And guess what? After he replied and said, what are you guys talking about? It took them 3 weeks to finally give him a follow-up, and they were like, upon further review, we determined your ban on your account was issued incorrectly, and we apologize. And Evaldi was like, so wait, you said I was banned. You said it was confirmed by multiple people on support that I was banned. It was accurately placed. You accused me of something I didn't do. 3 weeks later, you're telling me I'm not? It took you this long to figure it out, A, and B, you straight up just lied? I think that is ridiculous. So again, there are nightmare stories when it comes down to the support, and this needs to be fixed ASAP. I've said it in previous videos already where it's about things I wanted to see in Dead by Daylight in 2025. One of those things was transparency. Transparency, that's letting us know these skins aren't available in your area. Getting their shit together. Make sure that if skins are not available in certain regions, make sure from the jump that nobody can purchase them whatsoever if it's not available in that region for whatever reason. And let us know at least why, even if it's as bland and, you know, I'm saying, listen, we just can't sell it in this region and we're trying to make sure it gets to as much regions as we can. That would be enough. Obviously, people will be disappointed, but at least you're letting them know. They also need to make sure that they have transaction IDs and give confirmation when people actually buy these Auric cells. You have the inbox system for a reason. Every time someone buys Auric cells, every time someone buys a cosmetic, just shoot them a message saying, thanks for your purchase, here's your ID. When FNAF comes out, I'm telling you, it's going to be tons and tons of players coming into the game. And if something like this were to happen when FNAF was here and we had upwards of 80 to 100,000 people playing the game, and this widely affected even more people, it's gonna be so bad for DBD. It's gonna be absolutely terrible. They have so many chances now, like when we had Resident Evil and then even the second Resident Evil chapter and now FNAF coming out, we have so many chances where we get so much new players coming into the game. And for whatever reason, they can't just get the basics down. I don't get it. I feel really bad for this person that's over there on Reddit. I don't actually have a Reddit account, but I'm going to try to make one and see somehow if I can reach out to them and maybe try to get them a gift card or something so they can at least get their money back. Because it's completely ridiculous that they're just like, nope, we can't do anything for you. And I'm sure this isn't the only case that has happened. There's probably hundreds or thousands of people that this has happened to as well. So hopefully they can at least have some solution on this some way or another. And again, they just need to get their shit together, man. They really do, because there's just so many things that just don't... There's not enough transparency. And I've had conversations with them about this, not specifically this issue itself, but just transparency in general. And even something as simple as the PTB being on a Wednesday and not a Tuesday, and everyone's so used and accustomed to being it on Wednesday, to them not just publicly announcing it on all of their social medias that, hey, this is going to come out on a Wednesday instead of the Tuesday. And eventually, I think they did end up posting it on the forums, but the way I found out was through another Twitch streamer's chat. It's just crazy to me. Like, this isn't no subs to anybody, no shade to anybody, but behavior just needs to get their shit together. Everybody needs to get on the same page, and errors like this just can't happen for a company that's been out for so long, and people are trying to entrust them. And I've already seen a lot of people already saying labor of love, but it's true. Like, you expect people to vote for you on these things when these are the kind of situations that are happening just a few days into the new year. Anyway, that's gonna do it for me. A ranty, different video. I also saw that Scott posted a video on this, so I highly recommend you guys watch it as well. I didn't watch it as yet. I'm sure he shares the same thoughts and ideas as me, but in his own awesome way, so make sure you guys are checking it out as well. I got back home and I was flooded on this on Discord, and I seen the video was tagged as well, so did my own research, came up with my own thoughts and opinions as I always do, and now I'm gonna go watch that video myself to see what he's talking about. That's typically how I make my videos. I like doing it like that, so I'm not necessarily influenced by their ideas as well. At the same time, it's also nice to see all the other viewpoints. Anyways, that's gonna do it for me. I hope you guys did enjoy. As always, I'm the King. Tip my crown to you guys, and we'll see you in the fog. Get it together, behavior.